Welcome everybody to our self-compassion for a positive change. And today we're focusing on loving our body and tuning into our self-image and how we can transform that into something that feels really good. And I'm just thrilled that you're all here. And let's see, I got to look at my notes a little bit here. So I'm Ruby. If you're new to me, I've been teaching yoga in Bellingham for about 12 years or so and enjoying figuring out how to adapt to this new online thing. And Kathy and I have been working together a few years, and we've been friends pretty much the whole time I've been in Bellingham. And we wanted to offer just a little taste test for you of what our series is going to be like. It'll start next Thursday, and it'll basically be once a month on the second Thursday of the month as a little self-compassion tune-up, and we'll be focusing on different subjects each week. And I'll talk a little more about that later, but for now I'm going to pass it over. Oh, actually, Kathy wanted me to introduce her, so I'll go ahead and say that she's a medical and energy intuitive Reiki master teacher. And she's been working with people for over 20 years. I've been getting Reiki from her for about 10 years, very lucky for that. She does sessions for people and pets, giving restorative energy and information. She's been intuitive most of her life and finds Reiki a fundamental part of who she is. And you'll get a treat in these self-compassion sessions because during the meditation towards the end, she'll be sending Reiki to all of us. So I'll pass it over to her. Thank you.
Well, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I really want to make sure you have pen and paper close by because we're going to do some writing. So yeah, why don't you get that now? And I'm going to share some thoughts with you on our topic for today, which is improving your self-image by loving your body. But first, I want to get us centered. I'm just going to wait a couple moments to make sure everyone's sort of seated. And if you're sitting in a chair or sitting on the floor, just get comfortable in your seat and close your eyes. And just take a deep breath. And as you exhale, just really feel yourself settling down inside your body. And when we do it again, you might want to even exhale out your mouth. So let's inhale again through the nose. And exhale out your mouth and just let out a big sigh. And let's do that one more time. Inhale. And as you exhale, just really feel yourself settling down inside your body. Good. So the thoughts I'm going to share with you, if none of them resonate, just let them drop away. Just relax, be open to receiving these thoughts. Loving and appreciating our bodies, no matter what our shape, size, color of our eyes, our hair, is not what society teaches. Instead, we learn what is considered beautiful, and then we spend a lot of time and money trying to match up to what we think will make us attractive and accepted. We look outside of ourselves for validation for all our effort. Our self-worth we measure by how others and ourselves respond to our looks. This can be discouraging and keep us from fulfilling our dreams because we don't feel good about ourselves. In this workshop series we're looking at self-compassion through positive change. Self-compassion towards ourselves is the best remedy we can have. It can help us shift into being more positive, having more positive thoughts and feelings about ourselves. We can do this by realizing that we are so much more than our image, that our worth is about what we bring to our humanness. Being who we are, no matter what, and no matter how difficult things are, having the courage to keep moving forward. It's really about our inner beauty that makes up who we are, our inner wisdom. We can look at ourselves in a more positive way by appreciating and celebrating what our bodies really do for us, rather than how our bodies should look. Let's not confuse people looking at our outer beauty as love and acceptance. For others to appreciate us, we must first love and appreciate ourselves. It also helps to surround yourself with people that love and accept the real you, the you when you are comfortable being you in your own skin. So just take in a couple of breaths. Let that resonate with you. And when you are ready, open your eyes, grab your piece of paper and your pencil or pen, and I'm going to walk us through a writing exercise. So this exercise is designed to help you accept yourself as you are and to embrace your imperfections with the three elements of self-compassion, which are self-kindness, mindfulness, and common humanity. And these elements of self-compassion we'll explore a little further during our workshop series. So these are the instructions for the first question. Make a kind but honest assessment of your body. See if you can be mindful of what is true, the good and the bad. List all the features of your body that you like. Maybe you're in good health and have an attractive smile. Don't overlook things that may not normally factor into your self-image. The fact that you have strong hands or that your digestive system functions well. Let yourself fully acknowledge and appreciate the aspects of your body that you're happy with. So just begin on making a list of what you like about your body. And we're going to take about a minute or so, and I'll let you know when we're getting close to that time. Start to finish up your list. You can always go back to this list later too. Okay, I'm going to give you the next set of instructions. Now we're going to list all the features of your body that you don't like so well. Maybe your skin is blemished, or you have belly rolls, or you cannot run as far and as fast as you could when you were younger. As you do this, feelings of discomfort may arise, and see if you can acknowledge this too. For example, it's hard to see how my jawline is slacking. This is difficult for me. See if you can stay with these feelings, really acknowledging and accepting your imperfections without running away with an exaggerated storyline of inadequacy. Try to make a balanced assessment of your flaws. Is the fact that your hair is turning gray really such a problem? Are those extra 10 pounds really an issue in terms of feeling good and healthy in your body? Don't try to minimize your imperfections, but don't blow them out of proportion either. Okay, so make a list of what you don't like so much about your body. And we'll take about a minute or so. Begin to finish up your thoughts. Okay, so that gives you some information that you can look back and reflect on. I'm just going to put this out there as well, something we'll just spend a few moments reflecting on. See if you can acknowledge the common humanity and what you are feeling. Do you think others feel the same way you do? Is there a way in which body dissatisfaction is part of being human in today's society? Just take a few moments and reflect on that as you look at your list. Okay, so we're going to take a few moments to give ourselves some kindness and compassion for the difficult emotions that may have come up for some of you while we were doing this exercise. So I'm just going to give you a couple of examples, and you may have your own ways of soothing yourself, but just put your arms out there, drop your pen and pencil, and just wrap your arms around you and give yourself a big hug. And you can rock, move to side. You can drop your chin a little bit and close your eyes and glance into your heart And you may want to even say some soothing, comforting words to yourself. And if you have some challenge of coming up what you might want to say, just imagine what you may say to a friend or a loved one that is going through a difficult time. I love you. You've got this. I'm here for you. No matter what, you'll get through this. Some other ways you can do some comforting is just putting your hands on your face. And that can feel very comforting too sometimes. And you can massage your cheekbones and your jaw. You can also just pat your arms down and your legs down, and that can also feel comforting, that sort of tactile feeling on your body. And why don't you just continue to giving yourself some love and kindness. I'm going to just speak a little more about having these emotions that we can have sometime. Most of us, our self-esteem is so dependent on our physical appearance. If the exercise brought up difficult emotions, try to be kind to yourself for the pain of body dissatisfaction. Also, some people have specific behavioral goals, such as exercising more or eating a healthier diet, but they worry that by being compassionate with themselves, they'll lose their motivation to change. Remember, we have and accept ourselves as we are. Remember, we can love and accept ourselves as we are, and at the same time, encourage ourselves to adopt new behaviors that will make us healthier and happier. Okay, I'm going to turn the workshop back over to Ruby. She's going to get us up, moving around, doing some yoga, and then she's going to take us through a guided meditation.
Great. All right. So whether I know some of you are like in offices, so you could stay sitting, but if you have room to stand up, feel free to stand up. And as you stand, just maybe put your hand somewhere on your body and take a moment to just gently scan through your body, your physical body. And not as a way of fixing or getting rid of tension, but as a way of connecting fully with your body. We'll just do some intuitive movement here. So you might find, oh, my low back is a little tender. Well, what would feel good there? Maybe a side bend, or, oh, I just feel tight. I just want to shake. So I just invite you to really tap in, connect into how your body feels. And as a way of being with that sensation, you express what your body might need in a loving way. So just having about a minute to, and if you, depending on what your screen is like, you might see others on the screen that you can get some inspiration from. Oh, I like the way they're moving. I'm going to try that. And every once in a while, you might come back to stillness and just check in. Is there another place? Oh, my hip flexors. Maybe I'll do a warrior one and tune into my pelvis, my hips. So just notice and breathe. And this little mini movement break, you can do this throughout your day, especially when you're stuck at your desk working. Just checking in, oh, what does my body, what is it craving? And again, we're not trying to fix anything, but we're just going deeper into that sensation, into that tension. And then I invite you to find something that's going to connect you to the back of your body. So maybe for some of you, it would be okay for you to do a forward fold. Maybe for others, you sit in your chair and you do like a chair child's pose or a real child's pose on your floor, on your mat. And just allow some time to tune into the feeling of the back of your body from your tailbone all the way to your head, just tuning into this part of our body that supports us, but also is in the back, so we don't tune into it as much. See if you can feel your breathing here in the back of your body. Notice if you feel inspired to do any movements here. Maybe you reach one arm over to the side to stretch and open your low back, just giving your low back some love here. And just in the same way, just taking another moment to finish off this little movement segment with anything that you need. You can make your way to a laying down position. And if you don't have room to lay down, this part can definitely be done seated. So either sit or lay down. And if you happen to have a blanket, you can bring that over you. And so I'm going to lead you through something called a compassionate body scan. And I'll be using the pattern of something called the 61 points of relaxation, which connects in with these points in the body, according to Ayurveda, called marma points. So just basically places in the body where a lot of energy is. And as you're getting comfortable, I'll turn on some music. And this is also where Kathy's going to be sending the Reiki. So just open yourself to receive this restorative energy. And I'll be playing music that connects us to our second chakra, which is the center of our body where we can have different, we hold the self-image stuff in the second chakra. So this music is going to help us center here. So in this meditation, we'll be bringing warm-hearted attention to each part of the body. And as you move from part to part, practice being with each part, noticing the sensations, directing your awareness towards your body with curiosity and tenderness as you would direct your attention towards a child. So we'll start actually today in a space of our face, and particularly in the mouth. You might swallow and relax your jaw. And this is the area where we have our 5 senses, and hear the sense of taste. So if you feel ease in this area, you can send some appreciation to your mouth, to your lips, as you shift into your ears. And if you have ease in hearing, you can send appreciation. If maybe you're having a little trouble with your hearing nowadays, be compassionate towards this part of your body. And then find your cheeks and then your nose, and maybe you smell some smells. And if you have pretty good smelling, just feel some gratitude for that. For this nose that lets you breathe and filter the air. And then into your eyes. Appreciate your ability to see, and if you're not able to see, then having perhaps giving yourself some compassion. And then your, what I like to call the sixth sense, your forehead center. You might tune into your physical forehead and have gratitude for the way you receive wisdom and intuition. And feel your whole scalp. Notice your hair. Sending compassion if you've got judgments about your hair, as so many of us do. And just let your awareness drift down now to your neck and your throat. And as we move along, notice the sensations, tingles, warmth. If this is an area where there's discomfort or no feeling at all, just notice. Slowly shift down to your shoulders. Down, let your awareness just sort of drift down like slow moving honey down to your elbows and forearms and wrists. Many of us, at least nowadays, have jobs where we're spending a lot of time at the computer and our wrists are working so hard, or we're texting from our phone a lot and our wrists get very worn out. So send some love here to your wrists and hands. And as you feel from your hands, your arms and shoulders, draw a connection from your hands and arms to your heart center. As you thank your hands for letting you create in the world, letting you give and receive love in the world. And become aware of your physical chest. Just notice what comes up. Maybe you feel drawn to put your hands here. And just feel a sense of soothing. The front of our bodies we can hold a lot of judgment here. We can get a lot of not so positive programming about these parts of our bodies from the media, from our culture. Maybe you let one hand drift down to your belly. Perhaps you acknowledge the organs you have here, your heart and lungs that let you move and breathe, your abdominal organs that help you digest your food and your experiences. And be with any discomfort that may arise from your belly's shape. See if you can just send some compassion here. Maybe a gentle phrase. Perhaps focusing on all that your abdomen allows you to do. You can keep your arms here or release them, or maybe bring them to your hips as you feel into your hips and pelvis. This is an area that connects us to our creativity, whether we're creating actual human life or creating in our world. Let your awareness drift down your legs, your knees. If there's areas you're going through that have injury, again, send some loving compassion to these spots. Keep making your way down your shins and calves, your ankles, your feet. Maybe see some of the places your feet have taken you. It's normal to sometimes have ailments in the feet. So maybe just thank your feet. So often we can start to treat our body like it's a tool or a servant to us, but if we can really acknowledge it and treat it as an amazing vehicle it is, it's easier to come back to balance that way. Move your awareness from your feet and just really feel both legs, feet, knees, legs, and hips all together, your low body. Acknowledging your legs. And tune into your your rear, your buttocks. Again, a place where we tend to have a lot of judgment about ourselves. And you could even just focus on the muscles here, the glutes that allow us to walk and run and kick. And scan through your back. Again, many of us have soreness and pain in the hips and low back, so send some compassion, some loving phrases as you make your way back up the back of your body to your shoulder blades, the back of your neck and head, to where we started in the forehead center. And let your awareness come to a spot. Maybe it's your heart, maybe it's the throat. Again, your hands could come here. And I invite you to just rest for a moment in this loving awareness of your body. You could say, just speak to your body as though it were a friend. Or maybe open up to hear a message from your body. Now, when you feel ready, invite little movements in your fingers and toes, keeping this appreciation going, thankful for your fingers and toes. Start to stretch. Maybe you move into a twist if you're seated or laying down. And eventually you could roll to one side and come up to a comfortable seat again if you were laying down. And just reflect on how that experience was for you. When I send out the recording, I'll be sending out a slightly longer version of this compassionate body scan that you will be able to practice with. And we're about to close, but before we close, I'll just remind you that our self-compassion for positive change starts next Thursday. It'll be the second Thursday of the month. And our topic for next Thursday is on releasing resistance. And resistance is basically any time we're resisting what is, and we'll learn how we can relax into that and accept things and whether they're good or bad. And let's see. We are going to go ahead and close here, but then there'll be 10 minutes, or at least until, I think we're already a little bit over, so there'll be until about 12:45 that you're welcome to stick around if you can. And we'll do a little sharing, and if you have questions, you can ask questions. So for now, bring your arms in a big circle and bring them down to your heart, and just maybe gather in, feel like you're bringing in some this sense of being compassionate, more compassionate towards yourself, towards your body. Perhaps there's something from today that you can take with you. And we'll connect all of our hearts together in this group, whether you are here live or in the recording. And we'll send lots of love with the vibration of Om to all of our bodies. One Om inhale. Beautiful. Thank you all so much. So I'm going to be stopping the recording, and if you're able to stay, please stay for the sharing.